Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to week 3 of this beginners Pilates series. We have a slightly longer practice for you today. It's 25 minutes long and I can't wait to practice with you. So, when you're ready, join me in child's pose. This is where we're going to start. So you can have your knees together or you can have them apart, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And we're just going to take this opportunity to arrive on the mat. Just ground in the present moment, leaving behind whatever has happened in your day so far. Allowing yourself to feel a sense of gratitude for showing up for yourself today. Maybe flipping the palms upwards for an extra stretch. Breathing deep. And then when you're ready, we're going to slowly walk the hands. I'm joined by Willow again today. She's very excitable. So slowly come up to a seated position and we're going to come together onto all fours. So again, making sure the wrists are stacked underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, and we're going to start with our cat-cow exercise. So inhaling to drop the belly, looking towards the ceiling. And then exhaling to round everything out, contracting those tummy muscles, bringing everything in towards the spine. Inhale, drop and look towards the ceiling, keeping a nice gap in between your shoulders and your ears. And then exhale to round out. And then just take this time now to take any movement that you feel your body needs. So ironing out any creases, any areas of tension that you might be holding in your body. Just really listening into your body and to what feels good, what it needs. Letting yourself flow with the breath. And then when you're ready, finding that neutral spine, and on your next exhale, lifting opposite arm to leg. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lifting. Exhale, lower. So keep flowing with that, flowing with the breath, the inhale and the exhale. And just being really mindful as we do this of how stable can you keep your torso and your back. So we really want to be mindful here that the hips don't lift on each side with the legs, but that they stay completely parallel and that everything else, especially the core, stays really stable here. Just keep flowing with that movement, challenging yourself on how stable you can keep everything else. So feeling that connection to core, bringing everything in towards the spine. We're going to exhale to lift the opposite arm to leg. Inhale as we pull them both together. Exhale back and inhale to lower. So we're lifting, we pull everything to a 90-degree angle out to the side, coming back to center, and then lower. This is a fantastic exercise for your core muscles, for that stable center, for that sense of balance and control that is so important in Pilates. To keep flowing with this movement at your own pace. You're doing so well. Keeping everything in line, those hips in parallel. And then folding back into that child's pose, letting everything settle into the body. Maybe rocking your hips from side to side if that feels good for you. And then slowly walking your hands in. And let's just hold it here in forward fold. Holding onto opposite elbow if that feels comfortable. Maybe rocking from side to side, feeling a deep stretch down the backs of the legs, into the lower back. Allowing your head to fall heavy. And when you're ready, rolling all the way back up nice and slowly to standing. On your next exhale, taking your chin towards your chest, we're going to roll all the way down, bending the knees when you feel you need to, and then slowly walking your hands out into a high plank position. So bringing everything in, connecting to your core, connecting those pelvic floor muscles, feeling one long line right from the tips of the toes to the top of your head, and then walking your hands back, bending at the knees, pressing into the heels, rolling all the way back up to standing. Good. Exhale, chin to chest. Down we go, nice and slowly, bending the knees and walking your hands out, keeping everything as stable as you possibly can. This time, on each exhale, we're going to be bringing knee to elbow. So same knee comes to same elbow. Exhaling each time we lift. And then walking the hands back in, pressing into the heels, rolling all the way back up to standing. Ready to go again. Reset, exhale, chin to chest, rolling all the way down. Walking your hands out into that high plank position. This time we're going to come onto our knees and just dip one knee at a time, alternating, switching as we go, exhaling each time you switch. So keep flowing with this at your own pace. This is a fantastic core exercise. And then slowly lowering all the way down onto the belly. Making a little pillow for yourself underneath your head, resting the forehead on the hands. And then just take a moment to breathe here. So feeling that connection to your core underneath you. Inhaling, and then on your next exhale, we're going to lift the upper back. So we exhale, lift, inhale to lower, exhale to lift, inhale to lower. And this breathing pattern might seem opposite to what your body wants to do, but it's so important in strengthening those upper back muscles, those core muscles, those glute muscles. So keep flowing with that breath if you can. This time, as we lift, we're going to extend our arms behind, stay lifted. We're going to hold it here. Keep breathing. Can you stretch any further? And then peeling up back into that glorious child's pose. Stretching everything out. Rocking those hips from side to side. breathing deep into that lower back. So for our next exercise, we're going to come onto our knees here. So facing sideways on your mat, let's extend the right leg first to begin with, making sure that your knee is underneath your hip. Raising the arms towards the ceiling and then inhaling, lowering towards the left. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. This is a fantastic exercise for those oblique muscles. This is one that you will really feel the next day, so keep with it if you can. Inhaling as we lower and exhaling, using the breath to help you up. Well done. Let's switch on to the other side now. So extending the left leg out to the side, keeping that connection to your core, making sure your foot is facing forward, keeping that knee underneath the hip. Let's lift the arms up together, pointing those fingers towards the sky. And then we go again. So we inhale to lower and exhale as we lift. Really good. Keep flowing with this at your own pace. Really feeling those connection to your core muscles as you lift. You got this. Let's make this one our last one. Well done. So sitting back onto your knees now, we're just going to take a side stretch to stretch that out. So placing your right hand on the floor, let's peel your left arm all the way over to feel a deep side stretch in the side of your body. And then windmilling the arms all the way over to the other side, sending your breath right into the sides of your body. Now let's come on to our side lying position. So you can take this either on your elbow, or if it's more comfortable for you, you can come down and rest your head on your hand, or equally you can rest your head on the top of your arm. So picking the position that's most comfortable for you. I'm going to stay on my elbow. So feeling that lift underneath the waist, we're going to lift and lower the top leg. Exhaling as we lift, inhaling as we lower. Making sure that we're keeping that leg in a parallel position, that we're not allowing our hip to turn out, that we're breathing as we go. And now we're going to extend this into taking small circles with that same leg. So rotating backwards, taking small circles, and now reversing that circle, carrying the leg forward, trying to keep the rest of the body as stable as possible. And then let's pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oof, well done. So bringing that top leg in front now, this is a slightly weird position, but one exercise that is really effective for the inner thighs. So bringing that top leg in front, crossing it over and holding the ankle, we're going to lift and lower that bottom leg, pulsing it up and down with the toes pointing downwards towards the mat. So exhaling as we lift. Inhaling to lower. Now let's do that all over again on the other side. So So picking whichever position works best for you, either staying up on the elbow here, or lowering, holding the head in hands, or resting the head on the top of the arm. If you're on the elbow, making sure that you're pressing into the mat, keeping a really nice gap between your ear and your shoulder. And then lifting and lowering that top leg. Exhaling as we lift. Inhale as we lower. You're doing so well. Keep that connection to core. Keep breathing. And then let's go into those rotation circles. So mini circles with that top leg. And then reversing, coming the other way, trying to keep the body as stable as we can. And then we're gonna pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, so now for our last exercise, coming down and resting the head in the hands, bringing that top leg in front and then pulsing that bottom leg, lifting and lowering. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. This is a really great exercise for the inner thighs. Using that core connection. Well done. So coming onto the back, hugging the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a well-deserved cuddle. Maybe rocking from side to side if that feels good for you. Taking a minute to let the body settle. And when you're ready, we're going to place the feet down on the floor, making sure that our back is fully imprinted on the mat. Reaching one leg forward and the other leg into tabletop position. We're going to alternate our legs, exhaling as we switch each time. For an extra challenge, you might like to lift the head, neck and shoulders, really bringing that core in towards your spine. Keep going with the breath, exhaling every time you switch. You're doing so well. And then bringing your legs in towards your chest, resting your head down on the mat. Taking some knee circles with the hands on the knees. Rotating one way and then the other. And then placing the feet down once again. We're going to go for our hundreds. So taking a deep breath in with me. Exhale, we lift the head, neck and shoulders. And then we inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So keep flowing with the breath here. Breathing in and out as you pump the arms, keeping that connection to core. And we're going to try and go for 75 this week. So we're building it up gradually. You guys have done so well for the past 2 weeks. Well done. When you've reached your 75, rest your head onto the mat, bring your knees into your chest. And let that just dissolve into the body. And then when you're ready, planting the feet once again onto the mat, bringing them a little bit closer in towards your bottom this time. Making sure that your back is pressed in towards the mat. We're going to inhale together And then as we exhale, we peel from the pelvis all the way up, lifting the hips, squeezing the glutes when we get to the top. Inhale to lower all the way down. We exhale to peel all the way up. Good. And then inhale, we lower all the way back down, almost as though our spine is a string of pearls and we're placing them down one by one. Exhale to peel the hips off the mat. This time we're going to have a go at alternating heel lifts. So lifting one heel and then the other, exhaling as we switch each time. This is a very strong movement, so feel free to just hold it here, squeezing the glutes if that feels enough for you at this time. So bringing your knees into your chest. And now for my favorite move of all, placing the hands behind the thighs. Let's do roll like a ball for a wonderful massage all the way along the spine. Coming into a seated position when you're ready. So to finish class, we're just going to start with some head rolls. Just again ironing out any creases, any areas of tension that may have been held throughout your day, throughout the practice. And then raising both arms, crossing your hands behind the head, applying a gentle pressure to the back of the head, allowing your chin to drop towards your chest. And then extending your right leg out to the side. Keep your left leg tucked in towards your center. Place your hips so that they're facing that toe. And then on your next exhale, leaning forward over that leg. Keeping the hands on the thighs or the shins if that's more comfortable for you. Or reaching forward for the feet. And then placing down the right elbow, allowing the left hand to stretch all the way over for a deep side stretch. And let's switch over to the other side. So left leg extends, right leg bends in, facing the foot, walking the hands down to either the thighs, the shins, or to the foot if that's available to you. Taking some deep breaths here, just absorbing our practice from today. Placing the left elbow down and reaching the right hand all the way over for a deep side stretch. And then let's finish our practice today as normal in a seated position, taking a big inhale all together and exhale as we bring the hands down to the center line. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'll see you next week.